The Hanged Man. Anon trudged along a muddy road with his hands tied behind his back and a guard on either side of him. An armed escort, led by the Emperor himself, was taking him to a strange yard on the outskirts of the city. In it stood a circle of wooden crosses, planted in the earth like a grove of cursed trees. Lying on the ground was the cross that had been prepared for him. The guards laid him down on top of it and trussed one of his ankles to the point where the two beams met. With much heaving and hoeing, the guards pulled the cross into a standing position and set it into a hole in the ground to prevent it from falling over. With Anna now suspended upside down, the emperor knelt and grabbed a fistful of his hair, forcing Anon to look in his eyes. "You have 3 days. 3 days to tell me where my daughter is. After that, you die." The emperor spat in Anon's face. Without another word, he rallied the guards and the company departed, leaving Anon alone in the hanging yards. At least he thought he was alone until the voice said, "How are you enjoying your new perspective?" Anon craned his head to the side in order to look behind him. A bald man with a white beard hung suspended just like himself from a neighboring cross. "Not very much, I'm afraid," Anon replied. "I've been convicted of kidnapping the high priestess, and now I'm to hang her for 3 days, then be put to death." "I know, I heard all that," the bald man replied. "Oh, right. Well, what are you here for, old man?" "Some might say insanity." "Great," Anon thought. "I'm stuck hanging upside down next to a crazy person for 3 days." He gazed out in front of him. From this perspective the ground stretched away like the sky, and the sky seemed vast, like a vast purple ocean beneath his feet. "Say, is there any way to tell when it has been 3 days?" "Oh, they have their hourglasses and gadgets," the bald man replied. "But you can tell for yourself. Just look down past your feet." Anon looked down, that is to say, towards his feet, which were, in fact, up. At the highest point in the sky it was dark enough to reveal a few stars twinkling faintly through the gloom. "See that constellation there?" the man said. "Looks like a kite." "A kite. You know, a diamond-shaped thing that kids fly in the wind?" "Oh, yeah, I guess I do see it." "It's called Boots, the herdsman. That big red star near its tail is a dead giveaway. Every time that constellation returns to a high point in the sky, you know that a day has passed." "What if I fall asleep and I miss it?" Anon asked. "Quite possible," the bald man said. And so Anon hung. He thought about the strange couple of days that he had spent in this realm and how quickly they had come to an end. He tried to remember what had brought him to that cliff face in the first place, but it was in vain. He had no memory before that day. Gradually new stars replaced the kite constellation, and new stars after that. His ankle ached horribly where the rope bound it, but if he kept still it was possible to ignore the pain for a while. Blood pounded in his head, and it became impossible to hold a train of thought for long. Now and then he would engage the crazy man in conversation. "Do you know anything about the high priestess, old man?" "Ah, the position invented to erase a troubled past," he responded. "So you know of her, of Princess Oluma?" "I don't think there's a man in this kingdom who hasn't heard of the emperor's daughter, or woman for that matter. Rumor has it that she fooled around with both," the old man cackled. "Yes, but besides her troubled past, is there anything else you can tell me about her?" "Well, let's see. She was born not long after the twilight began. I remember the emperor and empress had been trying for some time to have a child, so despite the darkness that had engulfed the world, they were overjoyed when she was born. She was the only light in their lives. I believe this is why they named her Aluma. I need to figure out who might have kidnapped her and where she could be that the Emperor's men haven't already checked. If you spend some time upside down, you're bound to figure it out, the man said. You'd be amazed at what you come up with when all the blood rushes to your head.